السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على خاتم النبيين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين، ثم أما بعد. We want to prepare you for the Taraweeh for tonight. We are in Surah Al-Ma'idah, so we need to understand what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted from us through this surah. So Ma'idah means what? Literally, table, dinner table. The table we sit on to eat. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the beginning of the surah, he starts with Ya ayyuha alladhina amanu awfu bil uqud. O you believe, fulfill the contracts, the covenants, hold firm to it. But we still need to answer what the surah is going to do. The surah will widen your understanding of what contract means. It is not just like ordinary contracts, groceries, or transactions whatsoever. It is not just like that. It is beyond than that. It is your contract between you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's why the surah is filled with the stories of Bani Israel, the very last nation before us, and how they didn't live up to their contracts with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Allah is telling you your contracts, your value, your responsibility, your deals, all of these things, you have to live up to them. Subhanallah. That's why the surah, interestingly discussing who the other party of your contract is, which is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The surah is filled, constant pattern with this statement, this phrase, وَلِلَّهِ مُلْكُ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. Allah is telling you that He is in full control of everything. So you have to be aware. You have to be cautious. You have to hold firm to this contract with Him subhanahu wa ta'ala. You know, sometimes if you are in need for someone, or you are in lack of control over him, you could forego some terms of his contract. If you are an employer and you have a deal with your employee that he can work from 5 a.m. and he has to leave 5 p.m. but he shows up late every day, but you cannot do anything because you cannot find any replacement right now. So you forego the breakage of his contract. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling you in this surah, I'm not like anyone else. Beware and be cautious. That's why in the middle of the surah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Ya ayyuha alladhina amanu man yartadda minkum an dini. O you believe, if you betray this contract between you and Allah Azza wa Jal, Allah will replace you. We're easily replaceable. Subhanallah. If you notice, Allah said, man, singular form. So if one of you betray this contract, Allah, the consequence is what? Allah said, Allah will replace the whole entire nation. So you only can destroy everyone. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling you, if you betray this contract, we are easily replaceable. And look throughout Islamic history how many times Allah replaced many nations. Just quick example. The Mongols, when they entered Baghdad and Bukhara, they killed 700,000 Muslims. In another narration, they said they killed another 700,000 Muslims. So almost 1.2, 1.5 million Muslims killed. To the extent that their leaders, they went to one of the scholars, Muslim scholars at that time, and he told him, you are Muslims, right? Your God is loving you, right? Why your God letting us do this to you? So the scholar told him, have you ever noticed, if you have flock of sheep, right? The shepherd do what in order to protect his flocks? He sent dog with them. So Allah unleashes you so we can go back in order. Allahu Akbar. So what happened afterwards? After they conquered the Muslims, the Mongols, after they conquered Muslims at that time, Islam conquered them. And they were the new Muslims. So when it comes to the contract between you and Allah Azza wa Jal, you have to hold firm to this. That's why Allah at the beginning of the surah gave you the title, Awfu, fulfill this contract, this covenant. Don't be like Banu Israel. The same, likewise, what happened in Surah Al-Baqarah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if you remember, we discussed this as well. He said what about Prophet Ibrahim? Allah gave him certain commands and he achieved them all. You have to be like him. Don't be like Banu Israel. So put this in your mind. When you go read your juz today, before the Taraweeh, put this concept in your mind. The contract between you and Allah Azza wa Jal, and how you give it its due right with seriousness. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us the ability to practice. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us among those who listen to the speech and for the best of it. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to allow us to follow the footsteps of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to allow us to hold firm to this contract between us and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allahumma ameen. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to raise our status in Jannah. Allahumma ameen. The highest level of Jannah مع النبيين والصديقين والشهداء والصالحين وحسن أولئك رفيقا. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وأدخلنا الجنة يا مولانا مع الأبرار. وصل اللهم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين.